Cleveland Cavaliers go into Detroit and beat the Detroit Pistons 117-113 in this series. Cavaliers, they're up 3-2. I didn't see it going this way, but I'll talk about that later. What did you see in this game, and why were I call them your Cavaliers because you just picked them for this series. Why was
Yeah.
your Cavaliers able to win?
It starts with the guy over my shoulder. When you see a smile this big, what it means is confidence. It means you feel comfortable in your own skin. It means you feel like whatever you are destined to have happen to you is about to happen. And so last night, you were texting me about how Jenkins was, an X factor and how Detroit's going to win this game and, win in six. And this confidence of this guy over my shoulder became what Detroit felt. It was almost like a transfer of energy. So as that confidence got bigger and bigger, and as Detroit was up 9 late and at home, it had all the momentum. Cade was playing out of his mind. The defense looked like the Detroit of old in the bad boy era, and even the Detroit of now era. Everything was going in the right position. However, that's when experience and talent kicked in. And you saw as Detroit was controlling everything, I would say really through 3 quarters. Offensively, rebounds, getting out in transition. They were imprinting their ability and their identity again onto this game. And then something happened, right? This guy that has not played in game 6 or game 7 very well, James Harden, put up a 30-piece last night. And if the listeners, and if you remember, I said the key to this series is not going to be hard. It's not going to be Mitchell. It's not going to be Allen. It's going to be James Harden. And if you get a James Harden that comes in as aggressive, it doesn't matter whether he's making shots, facilitating, and getting other people wide open looks. But if he is aggressive, Cleveland's a tough out, man. And people forgot about them this year. And they added a piece in Harden and Strus and all these other guys. So I think what happened is, that pace of game changed and maybe Detroit got a little confident in their abilities, but, Mitchell went crazy again late as he has the last couple games. And I think the turning point of this series now is the fact that, Cleveland won on the road. That's something they have not done. They did it in a hostile environment. They did it when their backs were against the wall. And now you've got your 2 best players playing at a high level, and you need another one. They're not out of the woods yet, but I think Detroit got lax, and I think that's an experience thing of assuming they had this in the bag. And otherwise you see the outcome and it's exactly what I call it 7 games. There's still a chance. But I think, Cleveland, they got the upper edge right now.
You're right. You're right. All right, let me break this down, man.
I want to hear this. I'm gonna
First
move
of
to the
all, you
side so you
text
can
me
look at
first.
it. So,
Let's start that. You text me first. You was antagonizing me, and I fell for the bait. That's what happened. You text, hey, the game about to start. I know the game about to start. I'm waiting for it right now.
I was just making sure you weren't tied up with other responsibilities,
No, my good eye was focused on it. The lazy eye was focused on the Ben and Jerry's ice cream I was eating. I knew what was going on around here.
That's what people eat when they're sad.
It must have been foreshadowing.